Welcome, folks. Samson to Liberian Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in to Liberian Public Radio this evening. I hope we have a good time. And if you're not into engineering tonight, please just click yourself off, and you can join us another time, because tonight we're going to be talking about engineering and the beauty of engineering. We're going to demonstrate some of the things engineers, specifically the transportation engineers, roadway, that is, what they do and what kinds of work they do. And that's what we're going to be demonstrating here tonight. I have been involved in a lot of projects here from time to time, and I want to demonstrate some of my project here, some of the work involved, and I hope you'll follow me. The reason here is this. Before I go on safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again for bringing us back together. Lord, we want to thank you for your mercy. We want to thank you for your mercy. Because of your mercy, we're here tonight, and we want to thank you. We want to thank you for all the blessing that you continue to pour on us. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you for your protection, the protection you provided for us, the Liberian diaspora, whoever here is in this country. We thank you. Thank you. The disease was here, Lord Jesus, but you protected us before the vaccine started taking hold. Thank you. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for the protection. My Lord Jesus, as you know, we, the Liberian diaspora, we got two tables. We have a table here in the diaspora that we put food on, and we have a table back home in Liberia we put food on as well. And we thank you for providing the protection for us, giving us the opportunity to continue to provide food for both tables. Lord Jesus, you are wonderful. We want to thank you. Lord Jesus, we also ask you to bless our country, Republic of Liberia. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia. Give them wisdom. Let them do good for our people. Lord Jesus, we ask you to bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, let's go on. Like I said, if you don't want to stay here for the engineering conversation tonight, that's okay. That's okay. But I'm going to go a little bit deeper than your usual, let's do this and let's do this. The reason I'm doing this is within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to be going deep into the Dole community construction and what it is now. People are going to be sending me video. I'm also going to go deep into the Rabafi Highway construction as it is. And I'm going to be showing you, the reason I'm going to show you things tonight, I want you to pay attention to some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. Because when I'm ready, when the time comes for us to discuss Rabafi Highway, to discuss the Dole community role that is already done, so you will be able to understand some of the design engineering language when it comes to road construction and road design and what have you. And so I will do my best here tonight to show you. I'm not going to show you design now. I will just show, I'm not going to show you construction now. I will show you design. And this project that I'm going to be showing you, I'm not going to show you what the project, I'm going to be showing you where in the project is, but I'm not going to show you exactly where, because I don't want people to know what this project is. Once this project starts construction, I will be visiting the project a lot, as a project engineer, of course. I'm going to be visiting the project a lot, and I'll be screening from there as well. But I'm not going to go into detail here tonight as to where the location of the project is. I'm very, 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 very proud of the project. The project been in existence for 10 years. True story. We just had a meeting today, and as we were talking, people were praising the Total man. And I started having some teary eyes, because the reason is, I'm way from Total, Wasson District. No. Let's start all over. I'm from Total, BI Chiefdom, BI Clan. No, BI Clan, BI Chiefdom, Wasson District, Grand Jida County, Republic of Liberia. Way over here, and people were praising me of doing this wonderful job. This project has been in existence for almost 10 to 15 years. A lot of engineers comes over, because the project is just complicated. It's very, very difficult. It's a bridge project. It's just not a big project, it's a very little project. But it's complicated. The environmental issue to be resolved, enormous. The design challenges, very big, very big. You don't have to be smart, because I'm not smart. But I can hold my own. So when the time came, I've done some 10 years or so ago in the same area, I did another bridge. And this bridge project I took with me to Liberia when I went to do my young engineering impact process over there. I took that bridge and I put it on the wall. And I said, this is a bridge work that I did. I'm not a bridge designer, because I'm not a structure engineer, but I'm a roadway designer. So when the structure finished putting the bridge, okay, now fix the connection, the road connecting the bridge. The end of bridge, the beginning of bridge, how do you connect them? What are the alignment that are coming in to connect these bridges? This is where Samson Toll comes into play. So then I did one for them. So one of the big wig over there, at the time when I did the bridge, he was the project manager on that bridge. And he loved my work so much. In fact, a true story, he used to come down here to Sacramento on a Saturday or Sunday when I worked. He would take me out for lunch, because he loved my work. So when the time came, this other project started giving all these people. And then he went and contacted people from our branch. Is Samson Toll still working with who say, yes, okay, I'd like to have him on this project. So they contacted the supervisor. The supervisor came to me. I thought it was a joke. I said, okay, we'll take it. So another young man and I, he's also from Congo, we took on this project and decided to go ahead and do this work. And when people started talking how much the big wig a director, the governor, everybody went of something to work. I love it. They men from Town. He from Town. You know what Town is? Way in Brasília County, Republic of Liberia. But people love my work. So anyhow, when I started going through, we did what we could. I'm a designer, and I don't mind doing the design work. Design is very challenging, but at the same time, it's very rewarding. Because for me, designing is like an art. You know, yeah, you do all the calculations and all that kind of stuff, but the end result is the driver comfort. When you're done with your role, and your role is laid out correctly, once they finish, based on your design, the driver should be comfortable riding on that road. There shouldn't be, I come down the road today, look up. No. Then that's not something to road. So anyhow, I'm going to be showing you here. And then again, let me just show you one of the reasons that I'm doing this on this project. I want, when I'm ready to do the Doe Community Road, to do the Robert Field Highway, their construction. When I started critiquing, what are some of the things? I don't want some of these people coming here making, who is this? I want you to know what I can do. And so when I'm not here to criticize what they do wrong. No. Whatever that I point out what is wrong, I will give you the fix. Okay? Because I know my brothers and sisters back home, the engineers back home, are doing their best. However, the Ralphie Highway is very, very critical. It's very important. Because this is the gateway to Liberia. Stranger comes, those who come through the Ralphie International Airport, they come through Ralphie Highway. And now the government is saying that they want to make this road to be 4-lane highway. What are some of the criteria involved? What are some of the things that you have to have in order to have a modern 4-lane highway? So those are the kinds of stuff that I'm going to be going through. But before I get to Ralphie Highway, I just want to lay out some groundwork here to say, okay, has he done something like this before? I don't even get a degree. I ain't even finish high school. So don't talk about degree business here. You got like, remember you all like degree business too much. What kind of business here? I drinking the water not coming out. Nathaniel, Alfonso, you're not starting again tonight? I drinking water out of the tube and no water coming out. You're starting again tonight? Let me warn you right away. I drink that water again. No water come up. No water come up. You will see what come from Total. You see what I got in my hand? You see what I got? You think I yellow cup play around? Let me drink again. No water come up. Oh, you come to you say? I tell you, say man. You can't put your hand in my water. Water not coming out of my tube. You, Nathaniel and Alfonso, I was going to go deal with you. But anyway, water come on. So I'll let it go. Sam Sanctor. Folks, this is what we do here. But anyway, let's go ahead. As usual, when we start our show, this is just the program here tonight, but usually when we start our show, we have to show who our leader is. The leader of the Republic of Liberia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the president of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. Weah. He didn't come to the position through the back door. Now, if I were in Liberia, and if I had the opportunity to vote, I was not going to vote for him. But he came into the position through the front door. Do we understand that? He came to the position through the front door. He said, what? The people said, who died? He said, that me, Ambassador Weah. They said, what you want? He said, I want to be president of the Republic of Liberia. They said, you ever? He said, yeah. They said, you ever? He said, yeah. I was here as an opposition. I'm an opposition. I was here. Y'all want to get the man a position. See, this, he can't go nowhere. They ain't ever. Liberian people say, Mr. Toll, thank you, but this is the man we want. He is my president. And one of the good things the Liberian people did for me, they said, Mr. Toll, it's 6 years. Come back with whatever issue you have. And then Dr. Weah and his people are going to come back. And if they give us good reason for us to retain them, we will do so. But one thing about CDC that I like, they will do good thing one day, another day, they will give you something that you say, well, what happened yesterday? And CDC and this political party and Dr. Weah continue to give me. Bind up for the error, unforced error. I mean, people don't, they're not like they're doing it because somebody forcing them. They bring the problem on themselves most of the time. Okay? But anyhow, this is my president. I must respect the president. I will criticize, but I must do so with responsibility. I must criticize, but I must do so with respect. Because every one of you that are watching me right now, any one of you can be president tomorrow. You disrespect the president now, and you disrespect the office. Then when you become president, you want people to respect you or respect the office. Or the person you're supporting, when they become president, is that why you want people to respect them and respect the office? Respect go two ways, my friend. You don't go here and say, one time I respect, another time I don't respect. No, it don't work like that. So, me as an opposition, I will still respect the president. Because this is the only president that I have, Republic of Liberia. That is the only country that I have. I can't go to Ghana and claim Ghana citizenship. They'll kick me out. I'm a Liberian. So whatever we do, let's respect our leaders and let us work with them if we can. But I'm going to criticize with no hesitation anyhow. This is Dr. Weah. Now, one other thing I want to do here before I go on with my main show here tonight. Dr. Weah, some time ago, decided to go to do a county tour. I think many of you have watched this. To go do county tour. And while he was on the county tour, Dr. Weah decided to go deep into the country behavior. In President, but that particular day, he said, Monrovia, Samuel 12, Nathaniel Magay, you take your presidency for now, just for 5 or 10 minutes. He took it and gave it to them. He said, you're holding. Right now, I'm with my people. I want to demonstrate what my people say we can do. Because he grew up in Sashtown. So he decided to immerse himself into the culture. This is one of the best. In your much, I don't support many of the things that this government is doing, but this is one of the best. You know, we have to be truthful. When somebody do something that is right, say so. At least then your credibility will be a little bit intact. But every day, the person wrong, that person wrong, nobody doing good for you. Then what time now you will say somebody doing something good for change? So for me, my people, if a man doing good, I will say he's doing good. If a man doing bad, I say he's doing bad. What you do to me? My ain't feeling you, you ain't feeling my mom. What will happen? I'm cool. Elephant skin, very, very thick. Can't move me. So let's go ahead. Alfonso and Natalia are drinking my water again. Hey, the water don't come out of that tube. I will fly on my broom and come to you in the East Coast. Okay. Water come through. And you bet me, you try again. Water, I will drink water from the tube. Then water will come through the tube. I will get on my broom and fly. Yeah? You think Corin will catch me? I beg you, Corin able to catch me? I brought my broom with me from all the way from Toton. I flew over the seawater. First, let's look at Dr. Weah when he started going. I love this part. I love this. There's two things Dr. Weah that he has done since he became president that I really enjoyed. One was, because I was in Monrovia at that time, one was an inaugural program when this young man spoke. As an opposition, Not only opposition, but I was there as a journalist, and surrounded by many journalists as well, foreigners, foreign journalists. And I was there. As soon as I hear him speak, I said 12 more years. He even start 5 minutes of a time. I gave him 12. Everybody started looking around like, what kind of fully man there? But I really enjoy it. This is another one here. Let's watch. Samson told LeBron Pop Radio. Okay. That is Dr. Will. Folks, Samson told LeBron Pop Radio. Like I said, I'm gonna be going to engineering. The beauty of engineering, okay? There are so many disciplines of engineering. Electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, civil engineer. And in the civil branch itself, they have other little subset of civil engineering. So as a civil engineer, of course, you have to hold your own. For example, if I leave from here right now and go to geotech, yeah, I might find it a little bit difficult, but I've already have those classes, and that I should be able to understand their language. If I leave from there, go to structure, yeah, it might be a little bit challenging, but I should be able to understand when they start doing some serious calculation. I should be able to understand what exactly they're trying to achieve. What is the end result these people are looking for? So that much I can do. And the fact that I'm in roadway engineering, transportation engineering, roadways to be specific, it's a very, very challenging position. It's not fun if you don't make it fun. There's so much involved. For example, in roadway, you're doing a roadway. You need to have an alignment. You need to have a profile. You need to have super elevation. You need to have lots and lots of stuff. But the most important thing is you have to know what the facility that you're building, who this facility is about, who's going to be the end user of the facility. And based on that, you must understand the lifetime of your products. What exactly you're trying to achieve. How long this road going to be before you start doing some serious maintenance. So all of those things are involved. And once you start the design process, okay, where is this place? Is this place in a flat land? Is this place in a mountain area? What is the climate? What is the temperature? What is the year-round temperature? All of those questions must be answered. Why? Because the material you're going to use, they must be able to accept or be able to work in whatever condition that you're placing those materials. So you need to know all of those things in order for you to move to the place you want to move in terms of design. Okay? So the first thing is when you're doing your design, okay? When you're doing the design, as a designer, you try to go in, the first thing you want to do is, okay, I have an alignment. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to show you that one. You have what they call title sheet. The title sheet is, for example, when I did the road in Sophie Ice Cream area. I did a design of a road there one time. And this particular road is in Moserado County. But where in Moserado County was this road? I have to have that kinds of subdivision. And on my plan, I identify those things. You will not see those kinds of design come out of public works. And that's the part that I have issue with it. Those are common things that a designer or roadway designer should be able to understand. Title sheet. On your title sheet, that's why you have all of the index of all pages involved in your design. What those pages represent. Page 1, typical. Page 2, typical 1, typical 2, whatever, how many more typical, okay? Page 5, okay, layouts. And on your layout sheets, this is where you identify. This is when you have your layout sheet, this is where you identify what material and what aspect of your design going to go from left to right. What are some of the things you're going to be putting on this design? And I'm going to go through all of that here tonight. Just believe me. Okay? The first thing I want us to examine here tonight is this. Let me open it up, and then I'll show you quickly. The first thing as a designer, they come to you and say, okay, Mr. Toe, we want you to do X, Y, and Z for us. Okay. So you go, first thing you want to do is, most of the roads in America, you don't have to do it from fresh. They're all there. Either you're widening the road or you're going to change the alignment. If you're going to be changing the alignment from one position to another, then it becomes a little bit newer. But if most of them are all widening and rehab, because the roads are already there. You can't take Highway 80 right now and say, I'm going to go through the southwest of Sacramento and just go straight down, straight to the east. No, you're going to go for Route 80 is already there. It leads from Berkeley all the way to New Jersey. So Route 80 is already there. But these states in who jurisdiction Route 80 goes through, they have to maintain. And from time to time, they have to widen it. Why? Because when they built a bike in the 50s, the type of vehicle that was used in the 50s, it's not what they're being used today. The speed of the vehicle in the 50s, it's not what they are today. The height of the trucks they have today, it's not the same height they have in the 50s. And therefore, when you're doing the design of the road, you have to think of all of the safety issue. The guardrail that they used to have, before it used to be 27 inches. Now it's 31 inches. Why? Because the height of the truck is higher now than the guardrail they had before. And so they find out when they did the testing, they find out that when they hit truck, because the guardrail was lower than the truck tire itself. So they have to raise it up. Okay? Like I said, folks, this is all engineering tonight. If you can't take this, no politics here. And from time to time, I'll be throwing jab. I'm a president. I can throw jab at you anytime I want. So from time to time, I'll be throwing jab. But tonight, it's all engineering. But what I want you to do for me tonight, when I start showing these things, I want you to pay attention to certain key point. I will point it out. Because when the time comes for me to critique the Doe Community Road, for me to critique the Rowersfield Highway, I want you to follow me. Okay? Now, so you go, the first thing you do, like I said, most of them are rehab. So the first thing you go do research. You find as-built. Now the as-built comes about when I'm done with the project, the project I'm done with, when they're done designing, the final products based on my drawing, whatever they have to tweak out there, it's all going to be represented. It'll come back to me to say, okay, Mr. Toe, you told to go from here to there with widening. Well, guess what? Because of the condition out there, we were not able to widen this place. Even though you said to be 46 feet wide, but it's only 38. So I'll come back and readjust my drawing. That drawing then becomes part of the archive. So the next generation that will come and go onto the and go to this project and having to do some rehab or whatever. So what happened here? They go and do as-built research, and they come out and they'll come out drawing. Oh, okay, this is what he was. Okay, this is what he meant. Okay, then they can, okay, we need to improve here, X, Y, and Z. So you go and do research and find your as-built. That's what they call as-built, because it's built as it is. And that's the final. Okay. You take the as-built. I'm just going through the process right now, and I'm going to be showing you, so just bear with me. You take the as-built, okay? And then you say, okay, the PDT, that's a team group now. What exactly is the project report is asking for? What are the proposed aspect of this role? What are they talking about? What do they want? They will tell you what they want. The community, what this role is going to be, most of it will be saying we want X, Y, and Z. And then that comes into the project report as being proposal. Then they will ask you as a designer, we want X, Y, and Z. We want you to come up with at least 2, 3, 4 alternatives. Because you can't just come out as smart as I am. Total. I laugh. What's smart? Total man smart. I beg you. No, but I'm very serious. You can't just take one design and say this is it. No. You go into iteration. One alternative, second alternative, third, fourth. But the intent, the most important criteria of any alternative, that it must be economical. It must fit the budget that these people set aside for. You can't come with an alternative that is many more than what the people asking for. Sometimes it happens. Because why? Some conditions have been a little bit changed. So then you have to come up with something else. But most of the time, your alternative have to be economical. Most important. Economical, and it must be safe. The last point, those two things, if you achieve them in your design, then you're doing good. Your money you're going to spend ain't breaking anybody's bank. And number two, the safety aspect on it must not be sacrificed. You must have safety in mind when you're doing your design. So anyway, so we went ahead, did all of those things. Now let me show you now, okay? The first one I'm going to be showing you here, okay, is all right. Let's go ahead. Let's show you what we're doing here, okay? Okay, and you will see me over there, okay? There's no question. You will see me in a little bit, but there'll be time I will want to move myself from there, okay? But what I want you to see here first is this. What I want to show you here first is this, okay? Okay, you see here. I'm not going to show you the route. What the heck? What Samson to? Please, let's take Samson to out of here. He's not that critical in this process right now. I know y'all can hear me, so let's take me out. Okay. I know y'all can hear me, but anyhow, you see right here. Okay, this, let me make it smaller a little bit. Okay, can you still see it? I hope. Okay, let me see it again. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay. I hope you can see it because I can see it here. Okay. So these are numbers. When we're ready for the Doe community, when we're ready for Ralphie Highway, they don't have these. Public, I can put my neck on the chapter. And then I want you to see me. When I'm making a beam bar, I want you to see me. Okay, I want you to see me. When I'm making a beam bar, I can put my neck on the chopping board. Public work don't have these things. And these are very, very critical to any roadway design. Okay? You see up there, they say ADT. That's the average daily traffic. How much traffic goes in at that particular year. Now, this one, 2018, at that time, that particular road, they have 6,900 daily, 53%. They also have, they're predicting in 2000, it's a major highway, okay? So they count the truck, they count the cars, everything else. So they will know how much and how thick they want to make the structure section. And I'll come to that here very shortly. So here, they call it ADT, another ADT, but then they're predicting 2025. They say it's going to be 7,140 truck, okay? Then they have a daily average of whatever they call it, daily average of variety. They got 1,000, okay, 1,071. That is not that critical. But look at the speed limit on that. It's not changing, 55 miles an hour. Truck, the amount of truck in 2025 is going to be 6% increase, okay? Here is what I want you to understand. And let me make this one bigger, okay? Because this is so important to design. And I hope you can see it. This one, I'll take my picture. Let me take my picture. Okay. Let me take my picture. All right. You see here? You can. Okay. All right. ESAL. Okay. ESAL. ESAL, which stands for design criteria set for life of the pavement. But what I want you to look at here is, you see this big mark here? They're saying the amount of reparative tire movement. So they're guessing that. But the important thing here is, you see TI-20. You see it? TI-20. That is the lifespan of this road. The people want me to put down. So when I put it down, at 20 years old after this project is done, maintenance will be very serious on it. Okay? Look at this other one here. Pavement climate region. You see it? Said North Coast. Okay? Now, here's the other one here. This one is have to do with design. On this project, what are we doing with it? I hope you can see these things. Let me look. Let me see if I will be able to see on my stuff here. Because if not, then I need to increase it. Okay. Okay. So the first thing we're doing with co-planing of AC pavement, 0.1 of a foot, which is just like 0.2 something, little bit, not even an inch. Okay, but they're gonna. I think it's 25.25. Some people, but this one we're just going 0.1. Okay, we're gonna co-plane, and co-planing is just like grinding. You know, you see some of the truck, you see some of the equipment, and eat all the asphalt. They don't eat all of it up. They just take a little bit off, and then they come back and put a brand new asphalt on it. That's the one we're gonna do. Okay, but number two on here, they're telling you how much asphalt gonna be. 0.1, which is the, what happened here? Oh, okay. 0.1, which is the top layer. Then you have 0.35. It's a little bit thicker, but it's also, they call it hot mix asphalt type A. They have type A, they have different types. Type A, type C, type D, all kinds of asphalt. Okay? Then you have 0.5, which is 6 inches of AB, which is the base of this structure section. Okay? Okay. All right, stay with me, folks. Like I said, if you can't deal with the engineering aspect of things tonight, please come back when we're ready. When you're ready for you, when we're ready to talk politics, you can come back. But tonight, it's all engineering. There's no question asked. Okay. So when you do these things, having identified these things didn't come out just from our own hell. They have another department. Okay. Structure section department. That's their job. That's all they do. They do structure section recommendation. And what is the recommendation based on? It's based on the soil type. Which one of the soil, what type of soil that can support this type of structure that these people are going to be putting on it? It's going to be building up. Okay? It's just like you're building something. You're building cake. You put something in the bottom, and then you put something on top, and you put. Is the soil in that area able to support that kind of weight? Based on the soil investigation, these people come back out and give us the soil recommendation. I mean the structure recommendation. Okay, and based on the structure section. All right, based on the structure section, you will come out and say, okay, this is how we're going to do it. Now let's go back to this stuff again, okay? Let's go back to it. This time I'm going to be showing you the structure section, okay? The structure section of this road, okay? So let's zoom in a little bit. You see those dollar line. I'm not too sure if you can see it real well, but please bear with me. You see the dollar line? Those the separation, the base. The first one is the top, BWC, which is some olden time. I'm not going to call it, but anyway. Then on top of that, it's like a film, and the reason they do that up in the north because the snow's up there, so they don't want the snow to just sit there. So the film they put on top of the asphalt actually has some sort of a chemical in it that when it mixes with the snow, it heats up the snow quicker to dry the road. But I'm not going to put that kind of thing into town. What's wrong with you? You crazy? But below that, then they have, below that, then they have another base, then they have 0.5. You see how thick the asphalt is on this one? 6 inch of asphalt. AC, asphalt concrete, they call them. Okay? Then underneath the asphalt, this is the existing road. Then underneath the asphalt, they have 0.5 to 1.5 feet of AB, aggregate base, that rack. But the rack, they're not any kind of total rack. You don't just take total rack and make it with it. You got to do something else. Okay? So, that's the structure section. Now let's see what the total man has put in the people role. Okay. Let's see what the total man has put in the people role. All the b-boy making. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. They're not palm wine. They are pure water. You can't drink alcohol and do engineering work. You here will lead there. So, but anyway, so let's see what the total man has for as a structure. What I just showed you is called typical section. So, what is a typical section? Typical. It's just like the word said, typical. That means it's typical. It's not to say this is exact. It's typical in this area. I get outside, I breathe the air. It's typical. But in this particular situation where you have typical, you're going to say from this station, another thing I didn't mention, the alignment. One of the other important things you will not find on public work when I ready to do the Ralphie Highway, you will not see that. They don't have alignment. Even if they have alignment, you will not see station. One of the most important things when I start doing the critique of Ralphie Highway, watch and see if you find any survey stake. You won't find it. You will not find it. You're talking about 4-lane highway. And they want the picture that I got from Carrasco page the other day. There's no survey stake. How they determine what grade they're using, I don't know. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay? But anyhow, so the one that I just showed you is called typical. Now, I will show you now the typical what it is. Okay? Let's go. Folks, tonight it's all engineering. And I'm not doing politics tonight. And if you think this is not good for you, please help us out, and we can say okay, thank you. But this is what I want you to look at now. Okay. This is the typical of let me, since I'm not going to be showing myself, let me do the first one. This is a typical. Okay. All right. We're going from, you see here, let me highlight this here so you can see. Okay, you see it? Can you see it? Okay, let me zoom up. Okay, I hope you can see it. Okay, let me go a little bit on this side. All right, so the red you're looking at over there. Let me zoom in on this. Okay. You see what it said? It said SR. Well, I'm not going to show you that. I don't want to show that. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. But people they will know. But anyway, this is a station. I don't want to show that. So let me see if I can delete that quickly. Let's delete. Here we go. It's out. You're not going to see it anymore. But anyway, look what happened here. This project that I'm working on, there's so much involved. So it's a bridge project, okay? It's a bridge project. So I will show you this, then I will go and show you the Google Earth bridge project, okay? So this project, like I said, it's a bridge project, but the bridge, what they have now, in fact, I think I'll be better off to show the Google Earth before I go to anything else. Sam Cinto, LeBron Public Road, I'm waiting for the Google Earth. Please stay with us here tonight. We're going to be doing a lot of... My man, how many times I will tell you, I said that not palm wine. You can't be engineer and be drinking palm wine. You can't make it. You can't make it. Engineer, you can't drink palm wine. You can't make it. Well, what on, man? Where did palm wine business come from tonight? You can't be engineer and be drinking palm wine. Okay, on a very serious note. You see this? Okay, this is the bridge that the people are going to be replacing. Okay, so they're going to replace this bridge. My job is to design from this part all the way to the bridge, and to design from the end of bridge all the way up to this road here. Okay, and I will show you guys that. So I've done that. There's no question like. But what are some of the things involved? Okay, let's look at this bridge here. Let's look at this road a little bit. Okay, Sam Cinto, Liberian Public Radio. I don't say Ghana Public, I say Liberia, Republic of Liberia Public Radio. Okay, let's go ahead and let's look at this thing. Total man, people country. By the time I finish with their road, they will look for me in total. Look at the other one. Look at the other one. What do you think I'm showing right? I'm not even gonna read their stuff tonight, man. You see that one when they do that kind of thing. Let me show myself before. Let me tell him again. Some guy writing here. Why don't you offer some knowledge instead of criticism or criticizing? You know who they are? These are the people that are called tiny sedition. They got no clue. No clue. They just come on the kind of platform and then rather make people. What am I offering right now? What is it that I'm offering? I told you, he just come here. The man just come in. He blew, he not join into the thing here. You see that people then bike home, you take down a banana farm, and you say, you must say, today you put spray on the banana leaf. Will fire until the banana leaf dry, until the spray dry on the banana. He can't fire. The man who come into the show and just join into that, he didn't able to fire. He can't fire. But that's what they do. But in this type of time, say I can't for anymore, I call them turning sedition. Why will you come out here and tell me, who am I criticizing? I'm trying to show something. Then you say, oh, I don't even show my face. I'm trying to show something. Then you say I'm criticizing. Instead of, you see, no, on a very serious note. When some of us take time like this, I don't have to do this. I'm getting paid. I don't have to do this. I'm getting paid handsomely. I don't have to do this. But when I'm doing these things, I'm hoping. One of the reasons that I'm doing this is for young people, young Liberians, that perhaps on the fence line about engineering, perhaps they can see these kinds of stuff and say, maybe I want to try. And you're going to come out here immediately and start condemning. I'm not going to block you. Stay here. It will hurt you. It will hurt you. Stay right here. But let's go on. So, yes, this thing here. Okay. I'm done with that guy. But anyway, this is the row, folks. This is the row. Okay. Okay, let's go a little bit. All right. So this is, I'll show you the intersection here. I'm not going to call the name of the street and all that kind of good stuff, but I will show you the intersection here. Okay. This is very interesting. I will show you here later, but this is very interesting. I'm going to be wide. You see what my stuff is? I'm going to be widening this side. There's a light pole here that I have to move. Very interesting, but I will show you. Okay. So as we come towards this bridge, you see these things? These are guardrail, existing safety conditions that I, putting the new bridge on, I have to maintain the safety condition. These are guardrail. But I'm going to be widening. Okay, the bridge that they're putting on right now, this bridge right now, this old bridge, okay? And I've measured that. I know that for sure. But anyway, I don't even have to say it. From the center line here to the white line on the right-hand side is 12 feet. From the center line to the white line, they call it fork line, by the way, on the left side is 12 feet. What do we have? 24. From the white line here to the top of the walk here, it's about a foot and a half, 2 feet the most. But the new bridge they're going to put down, from the center line, they're keeping 12, 12. 12 feet, 12 feet. On the right side, they're giving 8-foot shoulder. Okay? On the left side, they're going to give 8-foot shoulder, plus 6 foot for pedestrian to walk on this bridge. Samson to have to find way to make this thing happen. The bridge done. They finished telling me what they want. Okay? So, what the heck is my stuff? Okay, let's go back to it. All right. So right now, I have to come out. Okay, here's the interesting thing here. And I want you to pay attention to this. This is very interesting, folks. And no, my man. I'm not going to block you. Come here. You will stay here and enjoy it. You see, that's that you put yourself more in trouble. What makes you think that I've never contacted the ministry? You don't know these things. But anyway, I'm not going to explain. But folks, okay. So here, this is what I want you to also watch. Okay. I'm coming from 12, 8, 12, 8, 6. But as I come out here to the intersection becomes wider. Because why? Look at this. cut this thing on. And what's wrong with me? Okay, well, no big deal. But anyway, you see the middle, you see the car here? From this white line to the other white line is 12 foot. From this white line to the dike, and I will show you what dike is. This is a dike. It's 8 foot. I measure it. From the white line to the yellow line, it's 8 foot. So what do we have? We have people going north. There's a straight traffic that goes through. And this other traffic, you see here, it has a bend in to this road. So you got 12, 12, 12, and then you have the 8-foot shoulder. But here it's not 8 foot. They make it wider. This truck gonna be turning in here. So on your design, you have to have a truck turning. They have a program what they call truck turning. So that when you turn in your truck, the truck don't run over the sidewall or don't run over the dike. So you have to widen that area. Okay? And this is where a true engineer comes about. Because you have to make these things work. I'm coming from 12. Okay, let's count it now. Okay, watch again. 12 plus 8 on the right. 12 plus 8 plus 6 on the left. Okay, you do the calculation. I'm not going to go through on that. But anyhow, because I'm going to be showing you here later. So this area is very busy. But here's the interesting thing about this area here. You will find out later on as we go through this process. And this might not even end, this design stuff might not end through tonight anyhow. But the intent here is, I know many of you, the smart one among us, is thinking, okay, how are they going to remove the old bridge? And if they're removing the old bridge, where the other traffic, how are they going to go through? They're going to block people through? No. Samson though. I love it when I do that, folks. Samson too. No, we're not gonna block the traffic, and we're not gonna have we provided what they call detour bridge, and I will show you all of those things. But the interesting thing about this detour bridge is this. You see here. Let's go, and let me show you here. It was challenging. It was challenging. So you see this truck coming here, the truck. So the intent was for me to have a detour bridge. That when I have the detour bridge that come from this street, come north, but they're no longer going to be going straight. However, I can't just take them from there and bend them right away. So what I have to do is take them, make the truck straight a little bit because it's a truck. You can't just bend and bend. You're going to have accident. So I have to have a certain length where the truck become longer before the total man turn them out on the side. You see where here? So the road going to go out like this. And then this bridge going to be torn apart. Let's go and see how old this bridge is. This is a very big project, folks. Look at here. You see what year they put it? 1940. Since this bridge was put in place, 1940. And it's a very popular bridge over there. So when we started doing the design, they wanted to know who are on this project. And somebody from Total, what does he know? But we decided to do our best, and I'm very proud of it. And I think we did a wonderful job. We did a wonderful job, to be honest with you. So now, let me go. There's much more involved into this in this project. The environmental aspect on this bridge work, it wasn't funny. These people started counting all the snakes. They started counting all the frogs. They started counting the leaves, the one they call poison ivy, poison oak. The people started counting all kind of nyama thing. Interestingly, on the bridge itself that we're going to build, I think I told you guys before, they have what they call muscle bed, that case meat. case me we can put in the palm butter in Liberia. They want us to protect case me. So the case me bed is almost like 200 feet long with almost 80, 85 feet long. That area must be protected during construction. And the case me bed go under the bridge. So the interesting thing was, how do we build this thing and not disturbing the case me bed? Are you kidding me? Okay, so when this picture you're looking at here, let me show you the picture again. This picture you see here, look behind me. You see those other people over there, those are biologists that are on this project. So at that particular time, I make a joke. I said, the kind of team we eat a bike. It was not funny to them. It was not funny at all. I had to take back my joke. They take these things serious. Another thing here, on this bridge, when the construction starts, they got what they call fish passes. They go under the water and make a passway for the fish, protecting the fish, so that when they start making the noise, the hammer, bombing, the bombing, boom, 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 hammering the steel or whatever, so that when the fish go through, and this is the language they use, so that the fish don't go cuckoo. Are you kidding me? They putting bridge down, then they said the fish will not go cuckoo. But those are the kind of people I was dealing with. And it was very serious, very serious. So now that I've given you this, what you might call, let's go. This is the bridge, okay? Okay, so right here, you see right, and I will show you the edge of this water here, okay? Let me see if I can draw something. No. Okay. So the what you might call goes like this, and I will show you. It goes like this. They case me bare, something like this. Oh, I'm not even on there. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. You see the rest up. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. So they case me bare, the way they have it. They case me bare now. They case me, we can put in Palmetto back on. Let me show you what the place we got to protect now. Okay. This is the case me bare they have. Okay. They want it to go like this. Go all along this. Gotta remember this one. I go here, like that, and go out. Then it bend in a little bit, and go out like that. This case me bare must be protected at all times, no matter what. Little bit past the case me bare, they're gonna have a fish passage under the water here, where they put some like another underwater tunnel or whatever for the fish to go through, but they have to protect the fish from the noise. Folks, these people are serious. And that's why when you're in this country, when you go to these people places, you tend to enjoy life. Because they're protecting not only themselves, they're also protecting the lives of other animals. Okay? They recognize that they are not alone on this earth. So they do whatever they can to make sure that when the construction happens, the impact to the environment is very minimal. Very minimal. Okay? So those people, they're not just there. You're speaking about tree? Let me show you. Let me show you. You see all the tree out here, my man? Come here. I'll show you when you come tomorrow, Jeja, when you come tomorrow, you will see. I'll be showing you a series of things. I was involved in counting the trees. Make sure certain trees stay off of the radar. Okay? So these are the kinds of stuff people do. They protect these things. For me, I don't like snakes. I'm afraid of snake. So why will you be counting snake? I want that snake's dead. But not with them. Not with them. For them, you see here, here's the interesting thing here. This is the bridge. But look how far, you see? This is the ocean here. So they want to make sure any water that come out of the construction, by the time it gets to the ocean, that is clean. Clean. And so they're going to be doing tests. During construction, they're going to be doing tests downstream. And they're going to be monitoring the fish to see which one of the fish. If they find out more than one or two fishes or whatever you want to call it, if they are in distress, they stop the job for the fish to come back to themselves. If the fish are in distress, how you determine that fish is in? The only time I know my fish is in distress if it's in my pot. If the fish is in my pot, then I know it's distress. But the fish in the water, they say it's distress. But these are the kinds of serious stuff, folks. Serious. Okay? So, and there's also this project here. Okay? Another thing here, as we're widening the bridge, now let me show you something else here. Let me go down on the bridge here so you can see what underneath this bridge look like. Okay? You see under the bridge? Okay. We're going to be widening this bridge. You see all of these abutments that are over here, all of this have to be new, brand new. Okay? All of this is going to have to be brand new. And we'll say we're going to be filling in some of these places. And I will show you that. Okay? So underneath this bridge is almost like what? 13, 14 feet high, 15 feet here, right there. Just this area. And then if you count the gutter and things like that, you're talking almost 20 feet. Okay? So this is not a small project here. This is a big project. And let me show you another thing here. You see this is a hair wall. All the water that comes from under here, it goes on this pipe. This pipe is laying on the foundation of this column here. Okay? So this column gonna have to be replaced. So the total man said this hair wall got to be moved. And I move it, but I also have to be very careful that when I move it, I don't go across the right of way. Okay? And I will show you all of those things here. Okay? So now that I've shown you this, let me go out. This is an engineer. I know a lot of people will not enjoy it. That's fine. I don't mind that. But let me go out and show you a few things here before I get out of this stuff here. Okay. This is engineering, and folks. I mean, I'm just taking. You see how long I'm taking to explain here. On a very serious note. Not one have I go no. Why? Because I know what I'm doing. I don't take back seat to anybody when it comes to these kinds of stuff, specifically roadway design. Because I put time in it, and I love it. So I put much time in it. Okay, and that's why those of you that will be coming to when I'm ready to do the Ralphie Highway, when I'm ready to do the critique of the Ralphie Highway and Dole community, when you're coming in, make sure that you understand what is happening, and I will do my best to show you lots of stuff. Okay, here's see here. Let me show you now. Okay. On the right side, I told you already. We got 12. We got 8. Okay. Then we have guardrail. This is the existing guardrail. It's going to be gone. On the left side, okay, from the center line now, we have 12, we have 8, we have 6. The guardrail in between here is going to protect the pedestrian that are going to be walking on this new pedestrian walk. Okay? So that's about 8 you have here. But here's the interesting thing. This one I want you to do, it's only good for those who might be able to understand design a little bit. Okay? The road itself, as it is right now, it stops right here. This is the existing road. I'm widening, putting in almost 4 foot of new pavement. Okay, so when we did that, there was not enough room to put a slope out here that will allow us to use the slope that we asked for. We asked for 2-to-1 slope. And a slope is the side, when you stand on the road, the side where you go to the ditch, that's the slope. So in order for us to achieve that, I have to come up with a retaining wall. And here is the retaining wall here. Okay? So I put in a retaining wall, as you can see here. Okay? And the retaining wall did a good job trying to calculate the steel. Okay, and I will show you all of that. So, but here, all the beam I'm making. Let's see. Who knee on here, my people? Let's see again. Let's see here. Let's see. My people, total man. Look at the knee. Samson Bito. Let's see. They say, okay, what Samson Bito on a job here? Let's see. What they say? Calculated, designed by Samson Toe. I love it. My people, I'm enjoying myself. I'm truly enjoying myself. At this point, I'm losing audience, but that's okay. So this is just to show you. That's just the beginning of what I'm going to be showing you here. Now, when I get ready for Doe Community and Ralphie Highway, as I stated earlier, I want people to understand my background. Okay, I also have construction background. Okay, I know much more about construction as well, because I did construction. In fact, immediately after college, I established my own construction company in Ohio, registered with federal government, registered with the state of Ohio as a minority contractor, and I used to do construction. But before that, I used to run a construction company for another guy in Canton, Ohio. Before that, I used to work with another Nigerian guy, young guy. We did construction, but we were doing pipe and roadway construction. So I was the surveyor on his. I was the chief surveyor. So I do a lot. So like I said, I'm not taking backseat to nobody. So if you're gonna come here and talk engineering, please come and bring it on. Maybe try to challenge me. I'm asking you, please come and challenge me. Challenge my knowledge on construction, on design. Challenge me. Don't come here and challenge me about finance ministry. That will lie to you. Samson Toe. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna next tomorrow. I mean Wednesday. I think Wednesday. I'm gonna come back here and then we'll go into layout. I'll just show you a typical. And here is what's happened. This is what they call it. Typical cross section. You see it? Let me see. Sorry. Okay. Typical cross section, they call it. Okay. Typical cross section. So that means this is a cross section, but it's typical of the area. Okay. And I will show you where I start my guardrail, and this is a dike that I just showed you. And what's the purpose of the dike? Okay, let's go through it. I have dike, I have guardrail, I have retaining wall. Okay, let's go here. Let me go in here, and then I'll open my line here very shortly because I'm not going to be here that long tonight. Okay, what is the purpose of dike? Okay. And next time when I come, I will do, if, you know, it'll be good sometimes, some of you just take your time and go into Google and just type dike, D-I-K-E, okay? And it will show you what it is, okay? A dike is put in place to guide the water that is coming off of the of the pavement, because the pavement is 2%. Then when it gets to shoulder, then it becomes 5% more, steeper. So that when the water get off the pavement, it get to the shoulder, it goes towards the dike. The dike is here. So when the water comes here, the dike goes along with the profile of the road. If the road goes like this, the dike goes that way. If the road goes up, the dike like that. So, but the only place you don't put dike, you don't put dike on a high super, because water coming this way anyway. So what's the purpose of putting the dike? The dike is to guide the water that is coming off of your pavement. The dike will guide the water towards whatever area you designate for the water to go. DI, oversized drain, and I will show you here again. Let me before I can't show you right now. I'll do that on Wednesday. Okay, so that's what a dike is supposed to do. So I have all of those things, and these things, those are all safety aspect of it. And there are certain dike you can put on. There are dike you put on that you say, for example, this is the edge, so you put a slope like this to go up, so that when a guy driving and he jumped the dike, his wheel don't get, because if you don't put anything in there, the dike sticking up, the guy jumped the dike, his wheel stuck here, he can't come back on the road. That's why you put a slope on, so when the guy jumped the dike, it stays on here, he can come back on the road. Okay? Just the same way with guardrail. Guardrail is supposed to just exclude when you hit the guardrail, the front, the TSF, or if you use alternative end, if you hit that, it's supposed to exclude. Now, when it's coming through, it's not coming straight to the driver. It's bent, and then it coil. As the force of the car goes against the guardrail will coil. They made it so that it will coil inside, and so it don't come to the driver. In the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they used to have guardrail that used to go through people's car. And over the years, these people do testing over and over and over. They spend the money. They have a testing center. And I will show some of those things to you sometime. They have a testing center where they test all of these material before they sell it to the state, before they sell it to the city. That those things, then they will certify them to say, yes, this other material meet our specific test condition. Samson told LeBron Paparito, let's go ahead and open the line and see if anybody want to give me a call here this evening. Let me make sure. If not, then I'll call Mr. Amos. Just like I said, this is not a politics tonight. This is all engineering. And many of you who have no interest in engineering, I will advise that you stay away from us. For Samson, conversation with Samson, you can go on Mr. Soul Show, and there we will be talking politics and stuff. But within the next, for the next a week or so, I'm going to be concentrating strictly on engineering and Liberian condition and what have you. The intent here again is a roadway engineering stuff. Now, eventually, once I'm done with the Ralphie Highway, I will come up and then seriously put up, maybe I can put up a class right here, okay, where young engineers back home, those who want to pick up from us, they can learn, okay? So my number is up there. Give me a call, Samson told LeBron Pub Radio. you're saying you have interest in the station on Wednesday. I'm trying. Here's the deal here. I don't want this project to be recognized by anybody. So I'm going to take out all of the information as to where the project is, and I will leave the station in there, and so you can see in my. And I really appreciate you trying to go with the station. Thank you. I will beef it up next week, and I want you guys to join me, and let's just have a conversation on this thing, because here's the thing here. What the I keep saying this, the president of the Republic of Liberia, he's not an engineer, but he wants to build roads in Liberia, genuinely build roads in Liberia. So, but the people who's supposed to tell the president, who giving the president the information to say this is what you need to do, they're not doing the work. That's my concern. And please don't tell me I'm looking for a job. Far from it. Far from it. These people has been contacted. I don't want a job. I don't, to be honest with you. But it's not that I don't want. What most of all that I would like to provide over there is to provide some sort of how do you call it, impact the young engineers. Because if they know what they're looking for in terms of inspection, we will do well. But how can they beat an inspector? They have a young man who is the story that I'm hearing right now. They have a young man who is in charge of the Ralphie Highway who has not done any kinds of road construction before in his life, according to the story. How is he going to guide the construction of that process? You have not been out. You don't even know how these things comes together. How are you going to guide these people? And those are the kind of things that and I will show you, because Kalasco has a video the last time. And you can see that these people don't, it seems to me, they don't know what they're doing. Because basically it seems what they're doing is this. They want to have 4-lane highway, Ralphie Highway. And this is sad. This is sad if that's what they're doing. They're keeping the original road, which is 2-lane, okay? One going, one coming. They want to keep that. Then they put one on the other end and put one on the other side. So they're keeping the old one and they put new one side and new one side. Now, if you do that, it's going to be a disaster. How do you put the soil together to hold each other? Because right now you're saying there's new one coming here. How you combine this new one? You can put quota over it. Yes, you quota, you can put it there. But how do you get the two soil, the new soil and the old soil? How you put it together to hold? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. And I'm waiting for the video. Once I get a video, I will get into it. I've been asking these people for the plan. You ask any government official, anybody that working that know themselves to be government official, you ask them for the Ralphie Highway plan, they will not tell you. Let me give you a story. You all know Smith Toby? Okay. So Smith Toby, he was coming on Focus on Liberia at one time. And Focus on Liberia told me to come on air, come with them. So I went there. But before that, before the show air, I asked Smith Toby on the side to see, I want to get in touch with him for me to ask him some question about the road. He said, okay. After the show, I called Smith Toby. He and I discussed. And I asked him, how can we get our hand on the plan? He said, oh, no problem. Tomorrow, the minister, at that time, Minister Mambutu was still alive, who I've tried contacting over and over for me to get my hand on the plans. Okay? No way. So he said tomorrow the minister going to come at the executive mansion or the executive, whatever they were. But he's going to come here tomorrow for a meeting. And after the meeting, I will tell him so we can talk to him. I said, what time you want me to call you? He said, oh, you can call us maybe 2:15 or so. I said, okay. Exact 2:15 I call. When I call Smith Toby, The way Smith Toppy yelled at me, like I killed somebody. Oh, my man, you came here. I told you we in a meeting. What with the meeting over now? But I got the minister, all kinds of stuff. I said, calm down, Mr. Toby. Why are you yelling? You told me to call you. Well, don't call me anymore about this. I said, okay. I'll drop it. Then he was invited again on Focus on Africa. I told Dennis Jack about this. So when he came, I asked him, I said, why are you behaving like this? Before the show. I said, these are some of the things, you will soon leave position. You will not stay in position forever. Why are you being disrespectful like that? All I ask, if you're not able to do it, say I can't. Of course, he apologized. So why am I bringing it up? I've been in touch with people. I just don't want to go naming people that I've been in touch with. Okay? So it's not like I'm just sitting down here. I've worked with people in Liberia. I did some road design over there in Liberia. They will not admit it, but some of the road they built in Monrovia, I did some of the design. From here in Sacramento, free of charge. They ain't pay me $0.05, free. So it's not like I haven't been involved. Okay? So if these people, if they're building Rawafi Highway, and they're building it the way I saw it the other day, Kalasco so happy. Well, of course, Kalasco is not an engineer. He doesn't understand that. All he saw was equipment moving. Do you know what those equipment? And then that's another thing I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you different type of equipments, road construction equipment. And then you compare to what these people have and see if they have the capabilities. They don't. And if the integrity of the road as it is right now, yeah, we all say Ralphie Highway is a bad road, but it's strong and it's built. It's strong. The integrity of the road is what they're messing with right now. And if they don't bring that road back to where it was, then we have serious issues. So, anyway, give me a call. Samson told LeBron, if not, let me just call Pat George right now and see if he can call me. Yeah, you're right. Those are kinds of stuff that I will be looking for. They don't do soil testing. The interesting thing that I saw the last time, and this is why I brought the border separator. I did a whole show about how to separate. I'm trying to show these people how to do this thing. They're not listening. They have these border built. You can use rocks to build the road, but you have to do it properly. You can't mix the rocks and the soil and just put it on the ground. Because it's the border, once they start hitting each other, when they start hitting themselves, there's a void in between where the soil is going to go through. And then you have the border sticking up. You can't compact border. You can't compact rocks to the point to say it's going to be stable. You can't. So you're right, my brother. We will join them and see if we can do some work with them. If they want to help, if they want us to help, we'll be willing to help. Let me say again, I don't want fasting from you, but I'm a country. I'm a country. I'm not. Another thing I'm not going to do. The fact that I don't want money from you, I will not ask you. I will not beg you, but I'm a country. I want to help, but I'm not going to beg you. I've called senators. I don't want to call name here this evening. They myself have conversation. I call representatives. They myself have conversation. Oh, Mr. Toe, we like your idea. Yeah, we'll go in contact with you. Nothing. What they don't understand is this. Whether they call me or they call me, we all go into Maria and we always suffer. That's not just me alone. Roll bad, if it rain, roll color, we all don't go to Grand Gillette. That's not just me alone. When it rains, we don't even go to Grand Gillette. When I go to Maria, if it's raining right now, I go to Maria, I will not go to Totan. But not just me alone. People in Totan can't come to Maria either. So it's not just me alone. But if I have the knowledge and I want to help, You expect me to pay you 5 cents, I will not give you. Even if I was rich, 5 cents, I will not give you. Something that I know, I've gone to school years and years, and I have that much years of experience. I'm going to pay you for me to do something to help you. 5 cents, you will not get from me. Keep your, whatever it is, you don't want me to keep it. That doesn't mean I'm not a Liberian. So when the video come in, we'll go through with the Ralphie Highway, and I will show you how bad things are over there. And they think when I did the Doe community, when they were doing the construction, I was complaining. Now let's see how good. Maybe if they did good and the road is good, I will eat crow. I will admit that I was wrong. No big deal. So anyway, Pa George, if you're listening, please give me a call so we can close this show here. Samson told Labram, if I drink more water, then I can be drinking more water. I start drinking my water, then Mr. Alfonso and Nathaniel try blocking my straw from giving me water. You'll try again. You'll try again. You'll try again. I will get on my broom and fly over there. Pa George, give me a call. Samson told Mr. George, thank you for calling. We appreciate it. Go ahead, make a point, my brother.
No, we have no idea of engineering, so we just follow your explanation, and maybe when we start seeing the pictures, because we drive around, we see construction in America. We see how the people build the roads. So what we see, what you will be putting on the board and comparing what is happening in Liberia. Because I always say this thing that we want rule, but the Liberian people we will have to pay for that rule. So if people are doing things, they do it globally, guarantee, then we'll get the worth of our money. But in Liberia, I don't know. No idea in general, but sometimes look at what you're talking about. In America, when the people building roads, they want to change that road as this. They do a survey. You can not drive. You see the old road because some of the curve. I think they design the new road to cut down some of the curve, and you can see they don't even add that old road to it. But here we are. The people talking about adding 4 lane. Now the 4 lane, they make it sound like they were going to build a 4 lane road. But now what you saying is that they're going to add 1 lane right, 1 lane left. Then, as you see now, how they going to combine those two sources? That one that had been there for centuries around time, and the new one now, they want to add to it. People. Now, people sometimes don't know you, but some of others have been knowing you. I must say, I asked the representative. He said, yes, the man gave out the document. We saw it. But then what the man need to do when the man is offering his services free of charge? So, but what happened? They would just say, you know what, sir? You can be in America and be a consultant of the project for us. Because we're not paying you. Just advise us where the local engineering do the going wrong and say, hey, no, they're supposed to, we will go and say, hey, our consultant is supposed to do it like this. If you got a question, you're asking. But they will not want to do it because everybody getting caught, shortcut. So if they say you must be the eye, and you say, oh, look, this one here ain't supposed to be here, the man will go, that man, your brother, that technical man, I think they don't supposed to get one, I think we'll get one, do the one. Bah. Then the Liberian man say, they say, my man, you know what happened? Hold on, you don't be too high on the people. These are the things that are killing us. This is why sometimes you say they don't want to contact people or get you people who have expertise in this area. You have to be a consultant and advisor to the project. They're not paying you. But you can say, hey, you can call an engineer, send me people, send me the pictures. Google, no, they want you to drink here. You're not supposed to be here. It's in the interest of the country. Like you're saying, and we'll be on the program. We'll not ask for that road and get it. The road design.
Get it.
We can't get. We say send your put a road design so the people who have engineering knowledge, surveying knowledge, they can look at it. You can't find it anywhere. But all they will jump it on the building road. So what is the guarantee that we have that these roads are guaranteed are built properly? Moreover, I was there. So on the road, the bill when the sun gets hot, the quotas are getting soft. The road, they say the quota on when the sun gets hot, moreover, you walking. It's soft. Like you were saying, of that road. How some of the people who drive in America, when they go cutting the road, you see the quota going away, you say, on top. But the thing that people on the quota, when you look at like, you're not like this. Okay, we agree the country is poor. But what? You're getting the money, get it through something, little bit guarantee. It's not happening. Because everybody wants to get piece of the pie. The bottom line, they will not bring you people into this kind of project. Because they know they will get the company hard time. They will not get a kickback. And so, all now we can tell some of you people, when you're explaining, the young people, some of them contact people, they can learn, and for their own benefit. Because our country, we ain't prepared to change, to accept changes. We are not yet ready. So, I know it's a Wednesday, we have more pictures, so you can explain to us what a good road looks like. Because that way we'll see, then we can start making comparisons. But it is a sad story. And Mr. Jha was posing this question. And I told Mr. Jha, you have gone to Liberia before and teach some students free. You have offered your services to government free. They refuse. So what more again someone can do? So sometimes, if you don't know so many people, don't just get up and start posting. You start criticizing and start critiquing. Try to find out. Maybe ask this person. Privately, you can call and say, sir, for all the knowledge you got, have you contacted somebody in Liberia? But you just go for start, oh, you're criticizing. It was not a criticism. You agree. What you're doing tonight was teaching. You're teaching people. That's what you're doing. You're not criticizing. You're explaining what you have been involved with. You didn't call no government in there. So how that is a criticism when someone is explaining the background to the public? This is what I do. This is the project I have. And this is what I'm doing. Then how that become criticism? That language is not for us. So someone must be careful. You are explaining about your expertise, the job you're doing, to the public, to us. So is that criticism? So we got to be a little bit careful. So many things you do is not politics. The engineering is not politics. It's science. So when those are in our area, when they're explaining, and maybe you're not following it or you're not following it, try to listen before you start writing things on Facebook, but then they criticize it. Who are they criticizing? So we'll see when you get all your pictures, let's see the Carlton Road, the Rossi Highway, and other roads you're doing so we can compare the pictures and you can give a better knowledge. So I just want to leave it at that point.
Thank you, Mr. Josh. We hope to get the Doe Community Road video and the Ralphie Highway video, and even the few pictures they sent us the other day about how do you call it, from Coca-Cola factory. It doesn't look good. But let me take this call, Mr. Josh. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Samson to Labrador Pub Radio. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Hello?
Yeah, this is Mikey. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, okay, this is Mikey S. Manu. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for the career exhibition you're doing because it's a teaching, it's a broadening, it's like you broadening the mind of people who trying to get into a certain career, making it a career that you are doing in the importance of it. So it's educational. But if people come over here, give you the kind of comment or what you can do, what you can do, some of them they don't know what they are really talking about. Because if they know what it means by career counseling, they will know what exactly you are doing is something exactly like that, career counseling. People get out of high school, they don't even know where to go, they just jump into something and think they don't even know. So if you have the opportunity to learn from somebody that in that career that gives me the detailed information how important the career is, what you can do, what are the benefits, it's good. Just to come and then make it, the kind of funny statement. So I don't think that guy is well informed. So if he is informed, you should not make any comment and start going back and forth with somebody that you don't even know. So I just want you to take that, don't take it into consideration. It's just some people just want to just show on gain popularity or whatever the thing they want to get. But the next thing I want to speak on is, there's a secret our people always do. All the things that you just going to show, there's somebody somewhere in the government of listening to you, taking down some things. Because I can remember one time we were on the show and people were talking about the president, people should go on radio and talk about the program and whatever the president is doing or the government is doing. And you were having a show, you said like, it would be better for the president to go to the people. It not even take that long. They can't take 12 really came about. And you see how amazing it is. So I think people listen to you, but they'll not tell you, say, hey, this guy is making sense or this guy is saying something, but they will implement what exactly you are saying. But they will not come to you and say, yeah, we're saying an idea. So keep doing what you're doing. You are doing a good thing for Liberia, and you are getting the benefit. You see some of the things that are going on is some of the talks that you make out with, some of the things that you talk about. But nobody will come to you and say, yeah, Mr. So say this is what I want to do. No. So just do what you're doing, old man. Thank you for the show.
Thank you, my bro. Appreciate it. All right, folks. Samson too, of course. Brown Public Radio, we're gonna have to take it easy and let it go for the night. But we ask you to please come back here Wednesday. Mr. Josh, are you still there? No. Okay. So we'll just leave it as it is. Again, let me just say this here. This is not the point of criticism. Far from it. Far from it. We're all going to utilize the Ralphie Highway. God forbid, even if you die and they take your body home, the Ralphie Highway. If you're alive, you go home, the Ralphie Highway. All of us will use Ralphie Highway one way or the other. Now, I'm not too sure exactly how thick that road is. Somebody asked that question earlier. Because I have no knowledge. I don't know. I don't know what somebody have done core of the road to see how thick the pavement is and what have you, and what are the makeup. But if you look at the Ralphie Highway construction, just by looking at it, most likely that pavement is not more than 6 inches thick, the asphalt itself. But what is interesting, from Calasco, I told you Calasco, if you guys go on Calasco page, you will find a video. There's a video here. The people have some, here is the interesting thing. And this is going to be the last one, and I'll say goodbye to all of you. Here's the main road. So they started cutting down here. Before the side slope, you can see the side slope, but they start cutting it. Anybody that will be driving here, you'll fall into this ditch. You're not coming back onto the road. You're going to flip over. Why are they making it so unsafe? already we talk about Ralphie Highway being unsafe road. But then here the people come and put in the road, the road they're building right now. I'm sure they're going to build it up. But as it is, it's lower than the existing. When you're doing any kinds of road design, you have to have what they call clear recovery zone. Most of these roads you go driving on around here, they have it so that when you're sleeping at night and you fall off the road, you will still be able to come back in. The slope don't go all the way like that. If the guardrail they put on these roads, they have measurement. They tell you from this point to this edge, this is how long the clear recovery zone have to be. After that, if you have a steep slope, you have to put guardrail. Here, when you're doing construction, many of you have seen construction. They have what they call K-rail. It's the concrete blocks, long, that they're 12 foot long, okay? 12 foot long, 2 feet wide from the bottom. And at the top, it's like 6 inches. So it's like a bell, okay? But they put these things on the road so that you don't hit or fall off, especially when they're doing construction. 2 things the K-rail will do for the construction people. It protects the crew and it also protects the motorists. Why are you doing construction in the middle of the highway with no cones? I mean, go on Carrasco page. No cones, no safety, nothing. You have a bike hole coming this way when the traffic is going that way. Why if that man decide he's sleeping? How are you going to protect the man? How are you going to protect the workers? This is something that our brothers and sisters need to think about. Months and months ago, I was on here, and these are some of the things that I don't feel bad when I come out here and say these people are not doing that and not doing it. Months, almost a year ago, or months ago, I was out here complaining about the amount of steel rod that's sticking up in the city of Monrovia. When they're building these ditches and stuff like that, they have these steel rod. Our people call it steel rod, rebar we call them. They have them sticking up in the street, close to the schoolyard. And the ditch are open. There's sometimes the ditch are like maybe 4 feet wide, and you have the young people jumping over the steel rod, jumping from one side to another. And I was suggesting these things are dangerous. In this country, any other country, when you finish your job at night or evening time, those steel rod must be covered. They got rubber cap, yellow rubber cap, so that people, when you're driving at night, you will see them. Yellow rubber cap. They put cap on all of the steel rod. Well, you say, Mr. Toll, the cap is about 14, 19 cents a piece. Too expensive. Fine. I came out here and show you. You don't have to do cap. You don't have to buy these things from Europe. We got timber in Liberia. We got wood in Liberia. You take the wood, 2x4, the steel rod sticking up like this, and you put 2x4 and line them up. If somebody fall over the 2x4, the most likely will break their bike or break their arm, but they're not going to get pierced by the steel rod. You think they will listen to me? Quite recently, sadly, one young man, young kid, fell from, my understanding, fell from the coconut tree and has his pierced in his head. He died. The same thing I was talking about months and months and months ago. Protect our people. You have these people doing construction. The Lebanese, the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, whoever of the foreigners that are doing construction, that's not their area. That's not their country. They're there to make the money and go back home. You, as Liberian engineers, you make the rule and say, this thing must be done. Other than that, you can't do it. There was a video that was going around here. In Ghana, the Ghana Minister of Public Works was in the street, almost passing up, so mad the way people were doing construction. He was so, the video is there. When he was telling the white man, he said, can you do this in your country? Why you want to come in this country and think we're just animals? You're more arrested. You're more catch them. He was so mad. Because these people come here, what they want? They want to make the money and take a bike. Any construction company, whether here in America, they want to make money. And if you give them a chance, they will cut corners. Even here in the United States. How much more about Liberia? But the point is, we have to understand, if you're going to have these young people to be construction inspectors, what are they inspecting? If they don't know anything, how are they going to inspect? This is what I want to come in. Now, what am I going to do with a ministerial position? For what? To do what? A minister for what? That's not something. That's something maybe 7, 8 years ago, yeah. But now for what? To run my mouth every time. I don't want that. I want something where I'll be able to show these young people how these things work. So if they know it, they will protect us. If they know what they're doing, they will protect us. Another incident, and one thing I like about Liberia, they always do these things on video. The IT Minister of Public Works, she was out one time when they were putting the light pole up. You know what they were measuring? People were suffering. You know what they were measuring their light pole to put their pole? They were measuring from the edge of the sidewalk, from the edge of the curb. And they're putting pole on. Do you think the edge of the curve is straight? Those are things people put in there. No survey equipment to give them straight line. No survey equipment to give them, if the road you put it in sidewalk, you put it in light pole. The light pole here in the United States, anywhere else, the light pole is lined up along the road curve. Whatever curve it is, that's exactly how the light pole will line up. Because they take that center line curve and put it right where the light pole is supposed to be. But who's asking? Nobody. Look at the light pole they put down and look at the sidewalk Eugene Falcon were bluffing for. Look at the sidewalk. They got the light pole in the middle of the sidewalk. There's another thing, the video that I'm going to be showing you from Dole community, they have a light pole in the middle of the street. You think I'm making it up? Watch my video when it comes up. Light pole in the middle of the street. Dole community and Cloudtown, I think the guy said Cloudtown Road Junction or something like that. Light pole in the middle of the street. For what reason? But anyhow, folks, yeah, we'll talk about one. So anyhow, folks, I want to thank all of you again. We do these things not because we think we're smart. I'm far from it. The only thing I'm not, even as dull as I am, I'm not going to take back seat when it comes to roadway engineering. I did a lot. The software that we use now at work. Yeah. Sometimes I wish that other Liberians they're working with me so they can see this man in action. The other day we had a meeting and they were asking the supervisor. They asked the supervisor, who's the go-to guy here for the bees, the estimating program? They say Samson. Oh, okay. So who is the microstation go-to guy at Samson? Oh. So then who do we go to when we're doing ADA REMs? Samson. I was just sitting down laughing. Why are they calling my name? Because I put too much time into it to know what these things, how they work, so that I can do it. Right now, you call me tomorrow and say, I can tell you, say, you know what? I don't feel like it. I'm tired tomorrow. What do you do? I can bluff you. I don't need it because I know it. I can bluff you if I want to. But for what? Why would I want to do that? I loved it. So anyhow, let me leave this. Tune in Wednesday. We will continue with this project. Another thing I'm going to show you, it's not even construction time yet. This is just design, but we already have survey stakes. And I will show you those things as well. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. We're sorry that we came in late this evening, but to organize this thing is it's not an easy stuff. So we'll be back Wednesday. If we have the program, most likely if Mr. Soul comes on, we will go and talk about Liberia, we'll be happy to do that as well. But as soon as the video for those two rows, once I get my hand on them and arrange them out the way they're supposed to be, we will do the best we can. Other than that, I'll say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night, folks.